you know how to save the world? Selflessly help 3 strangers. If each of them helps 3 people, sooner or later, the chain of kindness will reach everyone. While you ponder for a moment, we'll show you the random acts of kindness that have already started the domino effect. Your first choice can be to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Saving lives should be the duty of every police officer, but today, these officers have an equally important job: to make these children's day unforgettable. I'm sure everyone dreamed of this when they were a child. This puppy was the only one found alive after a fire, so the rescuers had to do the impossible to bring it back to life. Bill Connor decided to embark on a 3,220-kilometer healing journey to honor his daughter, who had drowned. But his ultimate goal was even greater: to hear the heartbeat of her donated heart inside another person. Due to his disability, this boy will never lead a normal life, but his dream was to ride in a Lamborghini. Blogger 𝑻𝑨𝑽𝑗𝑺 was able to make that dream come true. Just steps from the finish line, an exhausted athlete loses control of his body, quickly seized upon by his competitors, all except one. Kenny Jerry has dedicated his entire life to the United States Navy, but he couldn't even afford a scooter. His friend decided to raise money for him, and in just 24 hours, complete strangers made the impossible come true.
No, you're kidding. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, Amanda. I don't believe this.
Kenny can't believe that someone would give him such a precious gift.
Oh, this is so cool. Oh, man.
A visit from Neymar himself has been the best thing to happen to this seriously ill child. He only asked his idol for one thing: to do his dance when he scored his next goal, and Neymar did it. A mom couldn't stop her little baby from having a tantrum, so the entire restaurant decided to join in to console him. Apparently, it's his favorite game now. A 77-year-old man lost everything in a single bombing, but rescue teams never stopped clearing the rubble until they found his most years old. Coca has already become a hero by saying goodbye to sarcoma after many rounds of chemotherapy. See the welcome home parade her friends organized in her honor. The player, Dr. Lupo, was in the middle of a 24-hour charity stream when he received a for a childhood cancer fund instantly surpassed its $2 million goal. In a matter of months, an incurable illness made Tony Gibson forget everyone and everything, even his own wife. But the love with which he sings his favorite song makes Tony remember for a brief moment.
Like me, I once was lost, now I see.
For this fan, every game is special because he can help his deaf and blind friend enjoy the game just like everyone else. This elderly man uses the last of his strength to bring water to someone who can never repay him. Due to her illness, this girl finds it challenging to lead a normal life, but her classmates go above and beyond to make her feel included in their games. If these children are the future, I believe we're going to be just fine. Every day, a street cleaner watched car owners struggle with the harsh realities of winter, so on this particularly snowy morning, he decided to brighten their day. This employee gets paid to be at the cash register, but they don't hesitate to leave their post upon seeing a hungry and needy man. A passenger vehicle is stuck in the middle of a flooded street, but a truck driver with an incredibly kind heart comes to the rescue. When a police officer sees a child driving a toy car, they decide to play with them in the most endearing way.
Being very good, all right, and listening to your mom and dad, okay? So you get a get out of jail free card, all right? Your nuts.
And just so you know, police officers can even become magicians when a child needs it. As long as there are people on Earth who let a stray dog drink directly from their hands, humanity has a chance. How heartless must a person be to throw a bag of newborn kittens into a pond to drown? And what are rescuers for? One thing is certain, this ordinary passerby is braver than all of them. A helicopter pilot saw a model airplane stuck in a tree, reminding him of his own childhood, so he decided to return it to its owner at any cost.
Yes, sir. Hold on to it.
A poor dog was trapped between a busy road and a concrete wall. All it could do was keep moving forward and hope for the best until a bus driver gave it a fighting chance. This stray dog just wanted some love, and that's how it found a caring owner. This guy using his hand to help a sleeping elderly woman just warms my heart. Instead of pocketing the $1,500 he found, this young man reminds us all what it means to be a good person. This worker would have spent an entire day sweeping leaves with a broom if a helicopter pilot hadn't come and done it in a matter of seconds. Now you see that good deeds go both ways. If this trailer falls, the driver will lose his job, so he clings to it to save his life without knowing what to do, until a group of people comes to the rescue. This 2-year-old Indian boy has already realized how important it is to share food with those in need. This is the true meaning of the phrase having someone's back. Little Gracie was so afraid of people that she couldn't even eat, but then a veterinarian decided to eat in a cage with her until he gained her trust, and now she's going to be just fine. Look at what 100 people can accomplish when they work together. This car was at the bottom of an 80-meter ravine. A woman was trapped in her own car, and she most likely wouldn't have gotten out if it weren't for all these people willing to risk their lives for a stranger. This guy may have a lot of muscles, but what really matters is his kind heart.
Thirsty, no water out here.
When a basketball player decided to give his jersey to a young fan, they had no idea how much it would mean to the sick child. A homeless man named Daniels didn't hesitate to give his last bit of money to a stranger who didn't have enough for bread. It turned out to be a well-known blogger named 𝑻𝑨𝑮𝑻𝑨𝑺, who immediately rewarded the man for his kindness.
That is yours. I'm serious.
This might just be the big break he had been waiting for in his life. Imagine what would have been left of this boat if onlookers had waited for the firefighters to arrive. Fortunately, this resourceful boat driver was there to put it out in just a couple of seconds. While this officer kept everyone safe on the road in the pouring rain, a stranger decided to take care of him. See how this homeless man looks after the only important being in his life. It sends shivers down my spine to think what would have happened to the driver of this car if a stranger hadn't rushed to rescue him at the last moment, pushing him out of the water with their own hands. This stray cat decided to rest right in the middle of a bike lane, and only one man cared for its safety. This woman almost had to swim across a flooded road. Fortunately, a gentleman with a tractor was there to help. Imagine what it's like to get stuck on the edge of a cliff on a mountain road. Fortunately, the road turned out to be frequented by nothing but good Samaritans driving along it. as a mother was being transferred from an ambulance. All that mattered to her was that her children were cared for, and these firefighters made it their personal mission to ensure that they were. If I ever have my own dog, I'll treat it with the same love as this elderly man treats his. Believe it or not, even thousands of people can set aside their own interests when someone else needs help. This poor dog got its head stuck in a bottle while trying to quench its thirst. It wouldn't have lasted long without the help of a passing family. An entire family got caught in a flood, but they survived thanks to the quick reaction of a passing garbage truck driver. The next time you want to spend your money on frivolities, remember this man's decision on how to spend his earnings. When this little girl asks people to fist bump with her, they initially react with skepticism, but once they do, they are delighted. A school bus driver had a medical emergency, and there was no one to stop the vehicle. Fortunately, there were no passengers on board, and the police officers were able to use their cars as brakes. Even staunch rivals come together when a player needs immediate medical attention. That's all for today. You're surely convinced of the power of good deeds now, but which one really showed it to you? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. See you soon.